This is Pete. Hi, welcome. And thank you so much for your help over the last couple of days.
No worries.
So Pete is a jack of all trades, master of none now. He's a local woodcutter. He's really helpful. He's kind of those guys that are just connected to sawmill yards because, you know, there's timber and there's going to be cutting happening and everything. So, Pete, what do you do?
I sort of classify myself as a woodcutter, but I cut wood, I cut firewood, cut slabs and sell slabs, process timber, just make a living out of wood, basically.
So you've got that disease called sawdustitis.
I certainly have.
There's no cure for sawdustitis. Right, so we've seen this elm log being dissected into slabs and posts and things. And then we see this is the first cut that came off. It was a piece of off-cut as far as I can tell. But tell us what you see in that.
It looks like a piece of wood you put on the firewood pile, but there's a beautiful knuckle in there that I can turn a bowl out of. And if I turn that upside down, I can flip it over.
It's a bit heavy, hey?
If I can turn it over.
Oh, it's actually even hollow.
So we will cut around that, take that out, and that'll be a functioning salad bowl or a fruit bowl. The rest of the wood with a bit of spalting in, I can make rolling pins, pens, anything small out of. So you're repurposing a piece of firewood into some beautiful, usable household things.
That's why we love people like you. Now, you said something about pens, so show us what you do.
I took some wood home last night. It was an offcut from this log yesterday, and I glued up those two pens there. One's a bit of OB and one's a bit of heartwood. So they were
yesterday.
They were glued up last night and turned this morning.
Is that amazing, or is that amazing?
So a piece of wood that...
Oh, it's actually got a pen in it too.
It's got a pen in it as well. So that in New Zealand, that is a little stick of wood, 5 inches by an inch, and it becomes a $25 pen.
Wow. Can we look at what else you've got in there?
Yeah, there's just a bit of... I haven't got that many in here, but we've got a few other pens. That's one made out of deer antler, some spalted beech, black walnut, rewa, swamp carry, rimu. Those are 2 rewas, and that's another swamp carry pen.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing that you did that so fast. So you have all these tools at home.
Yep.
Wow.
No worries. Wood turners, go down to your local sawmills, and if one guy's got a Peterson, be good friends with them.
Absolutely.
No worries.
Thank you so much. Righty-ho. Thanks, Pete. He's a really hard worker too. He's been tailing out the big heavy stuff for Chris for the last 3 days. So we really appreciate Pete. He finds Chris all sorts of freebie logs here, there and everywhere and brings them in. We get to practice on them. He ends up with the offcuts and turns it into a living, basically. So there's so many opportunities in timber. Stick your nose into, like as Pete says, the local sawmill yard. Make some friends with them. You know, what's one man's garbage is another man's treasure.